The first time the HOA president knocked on my door, she had a clipboard, a smile that didn't reach her eyes, and the confidence of someone who thought the world ran on laminated bylaws. She informed me I was out of compliance for parking my truck overnight and demanded immediate HOA dues. I laughed and told her calmly that I wasn't in their HOA. That's when the smile vanished. She insisted every home on the street belonged to her association. I told her she was mistaken and closed the door. 10 minutes later, 2 police cruisers rolled up, lights flashing like I'd robbed a bank instead of declined. A newsletter with fines attached. The officers were polite but firm. The HOA president stood behind them, arms crossed, already celebrating. She claimed I was trespassing on community-controlled property and refusing to follow HOA rules. I handed the officer a folder. I keep for situations exactly like this: deeds, surveys, county plats. He raised an eyebrow. Turns out my property predates the entire development. Years ago, when the land was still pasture, I bought not just my lot, but the private access, roads that eventually became the neighborhood streets. When the developer went bankrupt, no one bothered to buy them from me. The HOA just assumed ownership because, well, they assumed. The officer asked a simple question that changed everything. "Ma'am, do you have documentation proving the HOA owns these streets?" She didn't. I did. The color drained from her face as the realization set in. Not only was I not in their HOA, but every fine, warning, and threat they'd issued using those streets had been legally shaky at best. The officers explained that I was well within my rights and suggested the HOA consult an attorney before calling the police again. That should have been the end of it, but word spread fast. Neighbors started knocking, curious, worried, suddenly very polite. Some asked what it meant. I told them the truth. Nothing would change unless someone made it change. I had no interest in power trips. I just wanted peace. The HOA president never came back. Instead, a lawyer did. A week later, the HOA signed a formal easement agreement and issued a neighborhood-wide apology. No fines, no threats, no clipboards. Sometimes the loudest authority isn't the one with the rules. It's the one holding the deed.